Got the flies ride swerving down here. I promise my money ain't hurting out here. I got it wrapped like a turban down here. I got them trap boys serving down here. Got cars, got clothes, got fame. Got bars, got flows, got game.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. Greetings, gentlemen and ladies. Episode 212. Episode 212. This is probably based on one of the terms that we first started hearing being popularized amongst fashion and style. And that would be hoodie season. Now, I didn't do any research as to did hoodie season become a staple in our vernacular before sweater season or after sweater. I don't know which one is older, right? What I do know is hoodie season is more popularized amongst your hip hop looks, right? Your streetwear connoisseurs or whatever the case. You know, typically and traditionally, the hoodie is just an essential item to a lot of men, you know, and some women obviously too, but definitely a lot of men. They can, you know, throw on a hoodie with a pair of jeans, a pair of sweats, windbreaker pants. You may even see some gentlemen throw them on with shorts, all right? And their favorite pair of matching sneakers, right? Uptowns, Dunks, J's, whatever the case may be, right? And that's cool. There's definitely a place for that, right? There's definitely a place for that, no doubt in my mind. However, I am more of a non-traditionalist. I'm more of a style type of gentleman than I am throw on an essential and just kind of go with the flow type of guy, right? So for me, and I'm willing to venture for you to a certain extent, hoodie season is not necessarily just throwing on your favorite cotton hoodie and a pair of jeans and a pair of sneakers, right? We're Ralph Lauren guys. And when it comes to attire, when it comes to getting dressed, right? Especially if we're going outside to do more than, say, go get a haircut or run an errand or two. When it comes to getting dressed, we like to get dressed. So this is not going to be hoodie season in the traditional sense. This is going to be hoodie season from the perspective of seamless style. This is going to be hoodie season from the perspective of a Ralph Lauren guy. Okay? So, will you see the cotton pullover hoodie in this episode? Absolutely. Will you see it in its current popularized, laid back, essential go-to piece? Hell no. Not here, not this channel. You won't see that. All right. So 3 rigs plus the ensemble I'm wearing makes 4 looks. All right. The ensemble I'm wearing. Start at the bottom. We have a pair of Ralph Lauren Johnson and Murphy collaboration shoes. All right. A nice pair of wingtips. All right. Wingtips with a spectator inspiration to them. All right. Beautiful cognac leather, boating khaki vamp, and side paneling here. All right. Just a wonderful dress casual shoe. Goes perfect with the overall look here. All right. Hosiery. I pulled out wine-based argyle socks, gray and French navy diamonds with yellow stitching. All right. The suit, matching suit pants, matching suit jacket. All right. This suit is made of double knit. All right. Double knit is something that Ralph Lauren introduced to the collective maybe about five or 6 years ago. Started out obviously with warm-ups, some pullovers, etc. Right. Double knit is for the new term for what was popularized in the 70s and 80s, especially the 80s, which would be polyester. All right. Double knit suit here. All right. Suit pants that have an elastic waist, no belt loops, and a drawstring. Yeah. The matching suit jacket, which is also obviously double knit, is single vented, and it is 3-button. Gold buttons to give you a blazer look. All right. Gold buttons here as well on our non-functioning cuffs. Ralph outdid himself with this one. Now, why this suit was not was a one-off, why this suit was a one-off and never came back in different hues, I can only assume that it wasn't a big seller. The type of website stalker that I am, by the time I saw this suit, it was on clearance. So there wasn't any advertisement on it as far as any of Ralph Lauren models modeling this suit on a banner or anything like that. There was no push. But I remember specifically when I saw this suit and I read the description, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I was definitely intrigued. So I went and looked at everything as far as the description, and I hurried up and purchased. It was a no-brainer for me. I said, a double knit suit. I can wear this thing as a full-on suit, but I can definitely casual it out. Right? I can definitely casual this suit out. So the fact that it's navy, the fact that it's double knit, I have dressed this suit up. I have dressed this suit down in some of the most spectacular ways. The way I'm wearing it today. I've also worn it with a sweatshirt, right? A bear sweatshirt. I bought a couple of bear sweatshirts just to wear with this suit because the navies are just, the navies and the fabrics, the way the fabrics are in a fleece, along with this double knit, man, just double chef's kiss, right? So, I'm guessing that if there would have been more, some simplistic advertisement, like post a photo on IG, or I don't know, whatever the case may be, I think that there would have been more of us that would have bought these pieces, and that would have warranted bringing them back in an olive, bringing them back in a wine, bringing them back in a cream, bringing it back in a black, a gray, but I digest it. I have not seen it since that year that I bought it, which I know I've had this 5 years. I've had this at least 5 years. All right. The suit jacket is over top of a white Carolina. Ooh. Whew. Did not mean for that to slip out. Y'all know I hate the shit heels. Y'all know I hate the tar holes. Only reason this slipped out is because we just recently beat them in football and took that victory bell back that we hadn't seen since 2016. And my Duke Blue Devils are 5-0 in football. That's the only reason I think that they are somewhere in the crevices of my mind. Sports shirt in white, Columbia blue, and navy stripes. All right. Bow tie, polo blue label in wine with navy rep stripes with heralded crest all over. And over top of that is my hoodie, right? Rugby Ralph Lauren 2004 across the front in Roman numerals and a cream embroidery, kangaroo pocket, drawstrings. The hoodie comes naturally cut with a distressed, which works perfectly for showing off of some neckwear, a bow tie, a necktie. I think a bow tie looks a little better here with this look. But a necktie would work as well. All right. So as far as hoodies go, this is one of my favorite looks simply because of this small detail here. It just makes it perfect for layering, like how I like to layer hoodies, which is typically with some type of neckwear. All right. Finish the look off with a cricket cap, also by Rugby Ralph Lauren in wine, college green and cream, with a giant, either a griffin or Pegasus on the front. A Pegasus, a dragon. Whew. A giant dragon on the front. All right. Rugby Athletic Championship Tournament cricket cap here. All right. Perfect piece to finish off the ensemble. Now, fragrance of the ensemble, I decided to go with Polo Black. Now, if you hold my feet to the fire and ask me, Parker, which one you like better, Polo Black or Polo Double Black? I typically like Polo Double Black better, slightly better than black, just because it's this, to me, to my palate, it's basically the same fragrance. Double Black is slightly muted compared to Double Black. Compared to black. Black is not, it's not significantly stronger than Double Black, but it is a little bit stronger. Now, that said, it's not an overpowering, overbearing, obnoxious fragrance either, right? Double Black is an icon. It's an icon when it comes to the world of Ralph Lauren. This is a fragrance that most gentlemen have either or currently have or have at least experienced at some point in time. When it comes to Ralph Lauren fragrances, I'm going to keep a black or a double black. I don't necessarily have to have both at the same time, but I'm going to keep a black or a double black. I'm going to keep a blue, and I'm probably going to keep a red in my arsenal at all times, right? That's one reason why I have all of the reds, because I want to make sure that I have reds, blacks, and blues at all times in my arsenal. All right. That's fragrance of the ensemble as well as fragrance of the episode. That fragrance works with all three rigs that we're going to show you today. All right. So, without any further ado, hoodie season, the seamless style way. Y'all ready? Me too. Man, let's go. Now for our first rig. This rig absolutely reminds me of something you would absolutely see in a Ralph Lauren print ad or even on a Ralph Lauren fall runway show. And I say that because Ralph Lauren has the genius eye and capability of not only pattern mixing, but mixing of hues, right? Mixing of colors that you may not necessarily consider putting together, sometimes even multiple hues, and the ensemble still work. And I feel like that's exactly what we did here. Our featured hoodie is a full zip hoodie. It is a lightweight full zip hoodie, but when you put it together with this ensemble, it's actually perfect for the upcoming weather in this month of October. It's going to be perfect, especially if we're talking about in the evening, right? It really just depends, right, on where you are as far as your geographic location. But yeah, typically, especially towards the end of October, those temperatures pretty much are going to fall right in line for this look, this layered look here. But let's start at the bottom, because I really like this. I really like this get up. This get up actually, this look actually changed twice, right? I had two different sports coats, with this on this look, and then it just clicked. Outerwear vest, and then my mind said, not a puffer, right? Not a body warmer. That's when diamond quilted came to my head, and then that's when I ended up grabbing this, because I was looking. I have a navy diamond quilted and I have an olive diamond quilted. And I'm thinking olive, and then I'm like, nah, boom. And so that's how we ended up here. But let's start at the bottom so you can see the entire look put together. Dress shoe wise, I went with my Shanley loafers. Now, any brown dress shoe will work. And I take it even a step further. It doesn't have to be chocolate, right? It could be a cognac. It could be just a nice tan loafer, right? Any brown dress shoe will work with this ensemble here. So if you don't have the Shanleys, or if you don't have chocolate brown, not a problem. Any brown dress shoe will work. All right. Now, the hosiery, we went with a forest green pair of socks here with thin aviator navy stripes. It does have a yellow polo player. All right. Simple striped hosiery that works well with every bit of this ensemble here. All right. Now, our first level of pattern mixing as we scroll up are these dress slacks. These dress slacks are a window pane, college gray, cream window pane pattern here. All right. Belt is a nice, simple chocolate brown belt. And as we scroll up, we start looking at layers. We have a double RL dress shirt, right? This is not your father's dress shirt. No, it's not. It's actually your grandfather's dress shirt, all right? That sturdy USA cotton, pointed collared, button down dress shirt by double RL. Sports shirt by double RL in a beautiful college green. We have attached to that a beautiful heraldic rep stripe tie, aviator navy, beautiful crown covered crest with Kelly green and white stripes. All right, so we mixing greens here, but it works. It works. We're able to pull it off. Now, over top of that, we have our hoodie. It is a waffle knit hoodie, all right, like a jersey mesh, but it's waffle knit. Decent weight, but it's fairly thin for a full zip. Now it is dual zipped, so we get that look, right? We get that split look that we love so much in some of our pieces, right? Polo blue label, again, waffle knit hoodie. And then over top of that, we have an outerwear vest. All right. Same weight as a diamond quilted, not as thick as a goose or a body warmer. All right. And this one has on the right chest PRL 9 Bleecker Classic jumper team, which is it's like barrel jumping. All right. And then on the left chest we have Ralph Lauren Polo with the barrel jumper jumping halfway through the logo. Also on the back it has Bleecker Street with the crown, as well as the crossed crops. All right. Now our cap has the exact same logo as our outerwear vest, except for it is a royal blue base. All right. So we added yet another color, but Ralph Lauren Polo with the barrel jumper jumping through the crowned circular crest with the cross crops as well. Again, all right. Our vest is trimmed and on the pockets is trimmed in suede. Our vest buttons as well as is dual zippered. All right. So our vest and our hoodie both dual zip. So we're just able to really play around with different looks here. We're just able to play around with different looks here that really take this ensemble to that level, right? Again, mixing of some pattern mixing, but more so the mixing of colors, but everything is still, it still works, right? It's still pieces to the puzzle. This ensemble is a full-on Ralph Lauren equestrian print ad type of look, or even a fall runway type of look. This is an ensemble that I know Ralph Lauren himself would appreciate. Now, for our next look is one of those tricky ensembles, right? For me, and I'm just speaking for me, you may think different. For me, this is a wear now look up until maybe the end of October. And then I'd probably put this look away and I could bring this look back very late in February, early March, all the way through March, right? And even maybe parts of April. Just depends on where you are. Down here, Charlotte, yeah, I could run this. Just depends on how Mother Nature's feeling. I could run this maybe anywhere from only 1 week of April, maybe through all the way through April to May. Just depends. Just depends, right? The reason I say that though is because of the amount of white. All right, the amount of white in this ensemble. You just got to be careful when you're talking about white, and then you're talking about white on a cricket sweater, right? And then the footwear is also white in this look, all right? And there were only, for me, there were, I'm not going to say only, there were 3 options. One of them was a distant third. The option I went with was followed very closely by another piece of footwear, all right, that I have in my arsenal. But the footwear that I picked is what won out, and it won out for the specific reason of just wanting to have a more casual look, all right? But again, this is an ensemble that I'd put on right now if the temperature permits, right? The entire month of October. As soon as October's over, I'm probably putting this up, right? It's just a little, even though the layers work for what the temperatures typically are this time of year, just the overall look is a little too, the overall look just doesn't work for full-fledged fall. That makes sense. It just doesn't work for full-fledged fall. But for right now, oh yeah, we could definitely do this. For the beginning of hoodie season, we could definitely do this look. Let's start at the bottom. I pulled out the Harveys. All right. The red Harveys that I own were not an option. Right. You might remember the red Harveys. They made an appearance in the live. All right. They made an appearance in the live that I did to premiere season 5. All right. But the white Harveys is what we went with today. White Harveys. It's a canvas sneaker, polo blue label in navy. What sets these sneakers apart and what really makes them stand out for me is the sole. All right. The sole has the red and blue and obviously white trimming stripes that just set it apart. All right. Medium-sized polo player, again, like I said, in navy, polo written across the heel, and polo in blue on the vamp. All right. Hosiery, two different options here. You can go all out tennis with the polo blue label white ribbed crew length socks with red and navy stripes, or you can go with something a little more whimsical, but yet that coordinates very well regardless, and that's a pair of red and navy striped socks. Green polo player, either or, just depends on your personal preference and taste. Now scroll up. We have these straight fit khakis that are cropped, so they if you get the proper size, there's not gonna be a need for any type of hemming because they're cropped. They're supposed to be a little bit shorter. All right. These have athletic style striping going down each side in aviator navy, red and white stripes. All right. Fifth coin pocket. Just a beautiful pair of boating khaki chinos here. Our belt, we went with the red heraldic leather belt here, leather and canvas belt. Scroll up, you'll see our shirt. Our shirt is a window pane pattern, almost a tattersall, but more of a window pane. French navy base. It has white and red alternating window panes. All right. We went with a bow tie that is a rep stripe bow tie in Ralph Red and Aviator Navy. And then our hoodie, our piece de resistance, is this hybrid piece here. All right, this hybrid piece is from Ralph Lauren. It is a cricket sweater. It has your iconic cable knit pattern on the front, all right, and on the sleeves, all right. V-neck and the chevron is Ralph Red and Aviator Navy. It has a griffin on the front, a quarter grip, a half griffin on the front with PRLFC written under it in the navy as well. But it also has attached to it and sewn under the cricket sweater, it has a fleece hood. All right, it has a fleece hood. And then because of that, the entire back of the sweater sans the ribbed waist is also fleece, just like the hood. All right. So all the way down to where your ribbing and your navy and red stripes are, from the top of the sweater all the way down to that portion is fleece in the back, and then you from there down you go back to having ribbed cotton sweater. All right. Your sleeves are also ribbed cuffs, and they're also trimmed in Ralph Red and Aviator Navy. All right. Finish the look off with a Rugby Ralph Lauren flat cap and a boating khaki with double Aviator Navy and red striping piping under at the bottom of the flat cap. All right. So what do we have here at the end of the day? We have a patriotic type look with the red, white, and blue. All right. Red, white, and blue is in every piece that we have on. right? So you have that patriotic portion of our look, but then you get the high society vibes of the cricket sweater, all right? Especially when the cricket sweater is layered as such with a sports shirt and a bow tie, all right? But then you add a little bit of an athletic feel with the attached hood to this particular cricket sweater, as well as the piping on our khakis, as well as the fact we're wearing white canvas sneakers, all right? So you have a hodgepodge of different nostalgic, different societal statements being made here. But at the end of the day, this is a total seamless style look that works for now, right now, as well as working for late winter, early spring, especially early spring, as far as the temperatures, right? But you can get away with this look right now. It's perfect for weekend outings, anytime during the month of October, maybe even the first week of November if you just want to be a little rebellious. But again, once November hits, those leaves are in full orange, yellow, red mode. You probably want to put away something as sporty and as casual, with white being your main hue. You probably want to put this away until early March. Now, typically this last look would have been our first look, right? Because typically I want to get the most simplistic looks done first, not necessarily out the way, but done first. Just because, there may be some looks that are more intricate, more detail oriented than others. So typically the more simplistic, the less layers, I want to get them out the way first, right? But I wanted to do this look last. And the reason I wanted to do this look last is because this last look is unequivocally the look that separates us and what we do from the others and what they do, right? And I'm only saying that because I'm only calling them the others because they're not us, right? They don't think like how we think. They don't see from the viewpoint that we see. There's a lot of people with this hoodie, right? A lot of people are going to either wear this hoodie with a pair of jeans, a pair of shorts, or the matching sweatpants, right? Which is navy, same logo right here on the left upper thigh. And that's cool. That's fine. No problem. I've never worn this sweater like that, this hoodie like that. Never. I've worn it with a suit, a tweed suit. I've worn it with this suit. I've worn it with a sports coat and some GTH pants. I have never worn this in the traditional sense, right? The main thing about this hoodie is this logo. I respect this logo entirely too much to just throw it on and run errands in. Not in the traditional sense. I'm just not going to do it. Because that logo, looking like Notre Dame logo, you have to do it more justice than that. That's just my opinion. And I'm different, I know. But you gotta give it more justice than just throwing it on and running out the door. You got to. So, the look that I put together for this hoodie is for us. right? It's 1000% for us, right? The footwear, the pants and how it's layered is the equivalent of what they do, what the others do when they take this hoodie and throw it on with the sweats or with a pair of jeans and a pair of sneakers and a Yankees cap and run out the door. This is our version of that. All right. This is what we do. And on a comfort level, we are just as comfortable optically as well as physical comfort. We are just as comfortable like this. All right. So this will be a real quick one, but let's start at the bottom. I pulled out a pair of saddle shoes, right? Now, why these saddle shoes? Because they're comfortable and they was close to me, right? I have about 15, I'm gonna say anywhere from 15 to 20 pair of comfortable dress casual shoes, non-sneakers, that I could have chosen for this look. I just picked the ones that was closest. So that'll let you know your favorite pair of loafers, penny loafers, tassel loafers, your favorite pair of drivers, your favorite pair of buckle dress casual shoes, your favorite pair of wingtips. Any of those will work, long as they are comfortable physically. That's the main thing. As long as they are physically comfortable for you, that will work. All right. Saddle shoes, the Chase saddle shoes, and the light snuff with the brown leather saddle. All right. I went with yellow and aviator navy big striped socks, navy blue pony. Just that navy and gold look that's just iconic as far as rugby Ralph Lauren or Ralph Lauren in general. All right, scroll up. Nice pair of chinos. Now, these chinos could have been anything from a boating khaki to a Gurkha, but I decided to go with a pair of college gray. Now, what else would have worked that's in my closet? College green, wine would have worked. My rustic wine would have worked. Couple of different colors that would have worked. I just went with the college gray because for me, it was the most suited look for what I had in my arsenal. Right? An Oxford. This particular Oxford is college green with navy and gold striping inside of the OCBD. Again, it doesn't have to be that particular Oxford. It could be any Oxford in your collection. Matter of fact, it doesn't even have to be an Oxford. Any sports shirt that you own is probably going to work. You're not going to see a lot of it. And all of your other hues are neutral hues, for lack of a better word. All right. Not necessarily earth tone or anything like that. They're just neutral. They're just color friendly hues. Right. Because our main piece, this hoodie, is a wonderful fleece hoodie. Right. Just a traditional fleece hoodie, kangaroo pockets, but it has this beautiful chenille patched embroidered logo on the front. All right. It has a giant P with a giant R behind it. It has 67, and then your L is of a smaller size under the 67. All right, so it's a PRL logo with the 67, but that P and that R really stand out. Huge center mass chenille patch here gives it a wonderful collegiate vibe to the hoodie, right? There's nothing on the back. There's no other trimming anywhere. It's ribbed in the sleeves. It's ribbed in the waist, but the entire hoodie is just a solid navy. As you can see, white drawstring. But yeah, man, this piece is very simplistic, right? But the logo on it pops like no other pop you've ever heard in a hoodie, right? It's just in your face, an in your face logo. So the fact that you can add just a few pieces and put together a perfect look for how we like to do things, and this is something that you can run your errands in on the weekends or during the week, right? It's nothing complicated. It's a very simplistic look, but it works for us. It works for how we like to do things, right? Could you switch out dress casual shoes for a simple pair of canvas sneakers? Like let's just say a pair of navy and white Chucks. Yeah, you could absolutely do that. No problem. Could you do some Jordans? I guess, but why would you want to? Why would you want to with a pair of chinos, a pair of college gray chinos? Why would you want to do that? All right. This is something, like I said, we can take. Us, right? The others, they're gonna say, hey, that's too much for me. I like it though. It look good on you. That's too much for me. Right? Exactly. This is for us. This is our look. This is our essential hoodie season, casual, go run them errands, go take care of a few things, come back home and relax type of vibe here. And that's another episode in the books. Today we did hoodie season. But we did hoodie season from a seamless style perspective. We did hoodie season from a Ralph Lauren guy's perspective. All right. We didn't throw on a hoodie with a pair of jeans or a pair of sweats or a pair of shorts, our favorite pair of basketball sneakers, and call it a day. We did what we do at Seamless Style, which is accentuate and give options to dressing like a stylish man that encompasses the world of Ralph Lauren. All right. So, what did y'all think, man? Which was your favorite look? Now, I'm going to ask that question with a caveat. You cannot pick look 3. All right. You cannot pick the last rig. All right. The reason you can't is because whether that's your favorite look or not, whether that's your favorite hoodie or not, out of the episode, that look serves a purpose for all of us, right? There's really, I've been around you guys long enough to know that there's really no negative thoughts you could have behind look 3. That's something that all of us have done or are willing to do, no matter where we are on our current journey, right? So you can't use rig 3. So out of the ensemble I'm wearing, rig 1 and rig 2, what was your favorite look and why? Why was that your favorite look? All right. I'm probably going to say that rig 1 is my favorite look. I'm not a rig. Rig 1 is my favorite look. And the ensemble I'm wearing is probably going to be the look that I would wear most often. All right. But rig 1 was my favorite look because, again, rig 1 just felt so much like a print ad, or it felt so much like something that if I just showed up at Milan Fashion Week and I said, hey, Ralph, let me walk, man, he'd probably look at the ensemble and be like, go ahead, you can walk with what you got on. that's just how I feel from my experience and watching dozens of runway shows, looking at hundreds of Ralph Lauren print ads. That's just my personal feeling on Rig 1. All right. So Rig 1 is my favorite look, but the ensemble I'm wearing is probably the look that would get the most use, would be the most worn out of all the looks for me. All right. But which one was your favorite look? And if you feel like it, why? As of recording this episode, I haven't decided if this is going to be YouTube's October episode. I'm leaning towards no. There's a particular episode coming up that I really want to give / tease YouTubers with. So I'm leaning towards this not being their October episode. I may just give them the Patreon clip. But other than that, we got some great episodes coming up. There's at least one chapter and verse scheduled for the month of October, and there may be two. There may be two chapter and verse episodes for the month of October. There may be two, with my Baltimore accent. There may be two. I'm not sure yet, but I know there's one. All right. Other than that, man, you gentlemen and ladies, have a wonderful week. Be safe. And remember, artists paint pictures, and haters paint narratives. Y'all have a good one.